Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. Let me tell you, this offseason has been anything but dull. The NFL landscape is shifting, and the Cleveland Browns are right in the middle of it all. We've seen some bold moves, some tough decisions, and a lot of talk about what the future holds for our team. But what's really catching everyone's attention right now is the recent controversy involving the Browns and a former tight end. That's right. A player who was once considered a key piece in our offense is now being called out for how the team has decided to move on from him. This isn't just typical off-season chatter. It's a story that could have serious implications for how the Browns are viewed across the league. So let's set the scene. Browns, as many of you know, made some significant roster changes last season. They've been building this team not just to compete but to dominate, and part of that process involved parting ways with some veteran players, including that former tight end. It's always tough when a player you've cheered for leaves, especially if he contributed to some memorable moments. But the Browns' front office has been clear that they're focusing on the future, which means making tough decisions that sometimes ruffle feathers. Now, the current controversy kicked off when this former tight end publicly criticized the Browns' management and coaching staff for how they handled his departure. He claimed that he was blindsided by the move and that the organization didn't give him a proper explanation. It's not uncommon for players and teams to have disagreements, especially when it comes to roster cuts or trades. But what's interesting here is the tone of the criticism. This player, who was once a fan favorite, is now calling out the Browns publicly. That's a scenario that can cause ripples across the league, especially if it's perceived as a sign of internal discord or mismanagement. But here's the thing, the Browns, as a team, have always prided themselves on building a culture of accountability and resilience. They're a franchise that's been through its share of ups and downs, but this offseason has shown that they're serious about turning the page and establishing a new identity. Releasing or moving on from players like this tight end is part of that process. Sometimes, it's about making room for younger talent or about shifting the team's direction to better fit the coaching staff's vision. In the grand scheme of things, the criticism from this former player might just be noise, or it could be a sign of deeper issues within the organization. But what's clear is that the Browns are standing firm. They're not backing down from their decisions, and they're not going to let a player's public comments derail their plans for this season. Cleveland fans, we've seen this before, the team always finds a way to come back stronger after adversity. That's the spirit we need to embrace as we look ahead to another exciting season. Of course, the media and fans alike are now buzzing about what this means for the team chemistry. Will this lead to more players speaking out? Could it affect locker room dynamics? These questions are swirling around, but one thing is certain. The Browns are focused on their goals. They're assembling a roster that's hungry, talented, and ready to challenge anyone in the AFC North. The division is fierce, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers always fighting tooth and nail, but Cleveland has been making bold moves to ensure they're not just in the game. They want to be the team to beat. Let's talk about some of the key players who are shaping this season. Deshaun Watson, of course, is the centerpiece. After a somewhat turbulent start last year, he's now fully embedded with the team and looking to lead Cleveland to the playoffs and beyond. His connection with the offense is crucial, especially with the weapons he has at his disposal. Amari Cooper has been an absolute game-changer, providing that reliable target for Watson. Adding depth at the wide receiver position and solidifying the offensive line has been a priority, and the Browns have made moves to ensure that Watson has the protection and support he needs to perform at his best. On the defensive side, Cleveland has always been known for its stout defense, and this year looks no different. Players like Myles Garrett continue to be the cornerstone of that unit, imposing and relentless in their pursuit of quarterbacks and ball carriers alike. The addition of young talent and veteran leadership has the Browns' defense primed to be one of the top units in the league. All of these pieces are coming together as we head into training camp, and fans are eager to see how they gel on the field. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has been praised for their disciplined approach and strategic thinking. Stefanski's emphasis on a balanced game plan that leverages both the running game and the passing attack has been a hallmark of the Browns' recent success. The team's focus on special teams and minimizing mistakes has also been a key factor, especially in close games. With a roster that's talented and motivated, Cleveland is aiming to build on last year's playoff appearance and push even further this season. Now, I know many of you are wondering how all this controversy with the former tight end impacts the team's chemistry and focus. Honestly, in the NFL, distractions happen all the time. What matters is how the team responds. Cleveland has shown resilience in the past, bouncing back from setbacks stronger than ever. The locker room is full of players who understand what it takes to succeed, and they're all aligned with the goal of bringing a Super Bowl trophy back to Ohio. The Browns' front office and coaching staff have been clear about their vision. They're committed to winning and will do whatever it takes to get there. Looking ahead, the expectations are sky high. Fans are dreaming of a deep playoff run, and with the roster and coaching staff in place, it's not out of the realm of possibility. The AFC North is arguably the toughest division in the league, but Cleveland has the talent and the grit to rise above. The key will be consistency, health, and the ability to perform under pressure. If Deshaun Watson can find his rhythm early, and the defense continues to be a nightmare for opposing offenses, the Browns could be serious contenders come playoff time. But let's not forget, there's always that element of unpredictability in the NFL. Injuries, unexpected turnovers, or even a slip-up in focus can change everything in a heartbeat. Still, the Browns have shown that they're not afraid to face adversity head-on. They have a talented roster, a well-respected coaching staff, and a fan base that never stops believing. The energy at Berea is electric, and the players are motivated to give their best every single week. So as we gear up for training camp and the start of the season, keep your heads high, Browns fans. This team has the potential to accomplish great things. The controversy and drama surrounding the roster are just part of the game. What truly matters is how our team responds and comes together. We've seen this team overcome obstacles before, and I firmly believe this year will be no different. Cleveland is on the rise, and I can't wait to see what's next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. Do you think this controversy will shake up the team, or will it just be another chapter in the Browns' story of resilience? Are you confident that Cleveland can make a deep playoff run this year? Whatever your thoughts are, share them, because your voice is part of what makes this fan base so special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Let's keep the passion alive and keep believing. Cleveland Browns fans, we're on the rise.